What's good with it? I'm gonna just give y'all a little warning. This video, the quality on this is ass terrible. So don't expect much. The video wise and on the audio part, his my boy Dante, his audio is a little fucked up. I had to do some editing and turn that up. So like I said, don't pay too much attention to the video, but I just wanted to get this little video out here talking about men's mental health and shit. So shit, enjoy. And so like I said, I'm different. Everybody different. So I've always had a way kind of to express myself where it's just like, okay, I ain't about to be considered soft from doing this. But like what you just said, like a lot of shit that's swept under the rug. What do you think the main origin is? Why we gotta sweep it under the rug, and why is it considered soft? Like we about to get into discussions that I don't even got the answers for. So that's why I brought somebody else up on here. We about to work through it. Why you think that we gotta? What make you think? Do you think it come from like parenting, or is it a community thing, or is it just a man thing? Like man ain't supposed to show no weakness. And do you even think it's considered showing weakness?
Yeah, in my city, they can't get enough of us. Oh, you serving zips, huh? Proud that you the middleman. Mama fighting zipped up, and we gon' leave you where you stand. You gon' wish you wish luck. Shoot first, let that.
Personally, like it's more of it is a community thing, but it's a cultural thing as well. Like I know, or a societal thing, because even in other ethnic communities, like white people, mentality that a man is supposed to be stoic, he's not supposed to show no emotions, kind of cohorts, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the black community, I think the black community experiences hyper masculinity or toxic masculinity because not only does it stem from slavery and like the men that were enslaved being emasculated by their masters, but it also comes from like I would say the lack of a positive male role model in the household.
Yeah.
So you latch on to the more surface level things that will make you a man, which is like, you know, aggression and shit like that. But you're not taught emotional discipline and self-control and shit like that.
See, that's good. I feel like it's a step. So you at this level, like you just laid out the trauma, and then I feel like it's a step that we miss it, and then we get to the latching on aggression. I feel like one of the steps is you said, no male role model in the house. And I mean, we got some shit going on. We got a community we trying to build, because I feel like that plays a part of why we need a village. Why, you know, we shouldn't always rely on the one male role model. Even if that one male role model or a role model, you never know what's gonna happen. They might have some shit happen. They might die. They might be working on some shit themselves. So it's like, I feel like I think I answered it for real. I feel like one of the steps we missing, and this is a tedious thing, building a community, but I feel like if we just had proper community, and I ain't gonna say if we like attack the wrong shit that's being pushed, but like damn near shaming, because at some point we get taught aggression. I mean, if you just look at all the movies, the video games, the media, it's all aggressive. That's why some of this ties into our community. It's not just a black community thing, but like add that in with no male role models, no community, no village, no man in the house, no nothing. And then I get on GTA, then I go watch Boys in the Hood, and then I go listen to Pac and all that. I'm not saying Pac and all that was violent, but like it's like we deprived of something. And I'm a different individual, so it's like I don't want to hit on the same talking points everybody else hit on. It no daddy in the house, because it's just like I feel like at some point it gotta be like steps taken. So that's why I'm finna ask, like, what steps you think that all right? Let's say we got let's say I got a son. Let's say my son was 5 years old, or just somebody else's son, 5 years old. Like, let's say he ain't have a me or just a positive role model. Like, what you think would be positive to, and without depriving him of like basic kid shit. I'm not saying like violence is basic kid shit, but like you already know, you turn on the radio, what you hearing, you turn on the TV, what you seeing. So without like, oh, you can't watch this, you can't, because you can't helicopter the boy, you can't helicopter him. So what you think like action wise that need to be taken to deter them from straight aggression. And it, like you said, with slavery, biological shit, a lot of that, it's like a lot of that you got to fight within, which on yourself. So it's like it's only so much third party shit somebody can do, counseling, therapy. But what you think? What you think that like what type of steps taken that can deter from? And I feel like it's a balanced thing. So like I feel like being stoic doesn't always necessarily have to be straight aggression. But what you think?
I mean, if somebody doesn't have a positive male role model, I don't know. Like, it's gonna be a lot. In my personal opinion, unless you have like a mother that's like very good at exempling those different sides, like the masculine and the feminine side of people.
Yeah.
I mean, the side of a human being, but like, I think that it doesn't have to be a father. It can be an older brother. It can be an uncle. It can be a teacher, whoever it is. Like, because kids can only act out what they know and what is taught to them.
Yeah. See.
They don't have that initial reference point. Then how can they? What are they going to base anything off of? So I think again, like, just it's not about teaching the kid to not be aggressive, because you need to be aggressive in certain situations.
Yeah.
But it's about teaching them when to apply that aggression and how to control that aggression to where it's not causing you to crash out.
Yeah, because it's like that's almost like a misplaced anger type of thing. That's almost a misplaced, and I feel like you get that. The kid might experience that with the music. Oh, I heard this song over here, so shit, I'm gonna get mad. And I'm gonna act out what I hear on this music song, or I'm gonna act out what I seen in the movies. That's why I asked, because I was like, well, you don't want to just be like no TV, no aggression, no nothing. Like make the boy feminine, but like at the same time, I feel like balance is everything, and I feel like this is one of them things where like. See, we about to run into the circle, because it's just like you said, if you ain't got nothing to latch on to, you only gonna act out what you see. I mean, we copiers, bro. It's nothing to it. We all copy. When everything we do, we copying it. So, yeah. See, that's a tough one. All right, another thing I'm gonna hit on is, so do you think there's anything that the feminine spirit, the woman, can do to address men's mental health? Do you think it's important for women to understand like a boy's mental health? Because I feel like we're always integrated. We complement each other. So what you think? Or you think they just don't understand it?
What do you mean by address?
So like, not even address it, but like, all right, you know how we saying like it's a lot of ain't no fathers in the home. You don't think it's anything like, and we all got there's some strong women out here, but you think, all right, basically you think all boys need a man, a role model, a man. So there ain't nothing like the strong woman can do to like teach that, or do you think there is something that they can do to teach?
I mean, definitely.
Shit, I had like 5 topics. Let me think. All right, so what do you think the main factor? Because I think I had read something. It said like out of all the suicides, like I think the male completes 65% of the suicides. So like besides the aggression and all that other shit, what you think that is? What you think? And this is like a broader question, not even just for the black community, because the black community ain't leading the suicide. It's really more rich white males. But what you think? What you think drives someone to that point? Do you think it's damn near basically all the groundwork we just laid out? But what you think is like the breaking point? What you think get them there? Is it just a cumulative thing? All that shit just accumulates up, and it just there ain't no way to take it out? Because I feel like it damn near is. That's like he crashing out, but instead of crashing out on bro, he crashed out on himself. What you think?
Because I definitely think again, like the trauma stuff can play a role. I don't know like what it would be as far as like everybody kind of thing.
Yeah.
I know like because it varies on an individual basis. Like this person might, you know what I'm saying, sadly commit suicide because they was bullied at school and they feel bad about themselves. this person might commit suicide because maybe their parents is abusive verbally or emotionally or physically, and they feel like they have no way to escape that. So it's like, all right, well, if I can't escape it, I'm gonna just kill myself. Like, so I think I don't have like an answer
Yeah.
for like what it is on a mass consensus, but I know that individually, I think it differs.
Like there's a basis to that. So, and that's where this is one of them. It's one of them topics. So it's like I can't just pull shit out of my head. I gotta really think. So it's like there's a basis to. I was getting abused. I was getting bullied. I might not have been accepted. You think a lot of this come from within, but at the same time, if we talking about from the ground up type of shit, so you was like a kid, so like all that might have affected you. But at what point do you think like it's like you on your own type of thing? But then it's just like, isn't that kind of seclusion that like, now you secluded? I feel like this is one of them steps. I feel like this should have been one of them things we always did. I feel like every week, that's why I was preaching community. I'm like, boy, I feel like every week all the boys, all the men should just get together and just let it all out. Let it out. Cause I feel like at some point it do feel like, damn, I'm all on my own. I think that's the biggest thing in the black community. Never being heard. I think never being heard. Might never feel like I'm being accepted. Yeah. In the black community. I think, and in misplaced anger, I really think that's the biggest thing. What you think? Cause I think it's a basis. Do you think it's you think that's coming from a weaker thing? I mean, I know like we could get into the biblical part, we can get into all that, but do you think that is a weak thing to do? Like, what you think? Suicide, like at what point do you think it's like, all right, at what point is it like, okay, we already got that all established, we got the community, you on your own, and if the person too weak, they just gonna end up, when do you think, besides third party shit, like do you think a big thing is like people not having their own individual minds? Do you think that's one? I think that's the thing, people not having individual minds. I feel like everybody goes down this rabbit hole, so I feel like all right, so this person over here might commit suicide because I'm not accepted in this. So if you feel like you're not accepted, I don't feel like you got your own mind because you relying on. So basically, how much of outside shit that has nothing to do with the internal and damn near the essence of just good, do you think it just comes from just, I don't know, just petty shit like, damn, nobody likes me?
I think so. That's actually a great question, and it's a good point because if you look at it from, let's just look at it from how human, social, like human social groups work, and like from an evolutionary standpoint.
Yeah.
Humans are literally designed to function within groups and within tribes. So if your tribe disown you or your tribe say, we don't mess with you, like that could mean you're not. It could mean it's a detriment to your survival.
Mm-hmm.
At least in like caveman times, like if you get cast out by the group or by the tribe, like okay, I'm no longer protected by the tribe, so I gotta fend for myself. I have to go and hunt for myself. I'm more subject to predators and other tribes trying to kill me. How that plays a role in modern day human interaction, it's the same thing, but it's just social survival. If somebody is constantly being told and programmed to believe that they're not enough, that you need a new car, you ain't got the drip on, so you're not enough. You don't got this, you don't got that. Women being told that, oh, you ain't got the perfect body, you ain't got the perfect face. Being enough, like feeling that you're adequate and enough within yourself, that's like something that's again taught from that age, from pre-K until adulthood.
Yeah.
It's a famous quote that says that, give me a man or give me a boy at age 7 and I'll show you the man. Because from age 7 on up, that's where somebody is going to adopt their core psychological programming, and it's going to determine the kind of person they are. So if you're getting told constantly at the age from 7 up that you're a piece of crap and you're not worth anything and everybody is rejecting you left and right, if I'm not worth nothing, why am I here?
Yeah.
Contemplating why am I here, I might as well kill myself.
Yeah, see, and you know more about what I got going on than anybody else, but this is kind of, that's why I say it's a rabbit hole, because it's just like, it's a billion things you got to address before you just get to, okay, men's mental health matters. Like, nah, like, do it really matter? I mean, how do you feel? Like, you want to cry in front of anybody, probably want to hide that. And I ain't saying that's like a sign of like being weak, crying in front of, but like, see, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, I feel like a lot of shit got to get changed. I feel like revolutionizing everything to get to that, but even then, you know, you can't save everybody. So it's like, and then, but see, you made a good point. You're getting told this, but at what point is it like, okay, do these people really matter? That's what I feel like. I feel like that's what I said about the individual minds. I feel like if people have more of their individual minds, but who's getting taught to have your own mind? I mean, like you said, we are supposed to be in the groups, but when the groups are so dysfunctional and it's so, I mean, shit, boy, you black as hell, boy, like, you know, they do that still. It's like, it's the divide, so it's like, if it's not solved, then you're always just gonna, if it's, let's say 100 people go into this group or whatever, it's almost like 99% of them about to come out a little bit fucked up, because like you said, and I don't even talk about the woman yet, but like you said, that's why I feel like a lot of this comes from self. It comes from having a father around, a male role model. And I just think the biggest thing is, like you said, this is more social. What you explained was the caveman style. Now we're in social, but then what is social? Who's running these shits? The billionaires? Who's running all the shit you see? They running it. So it's like, it's not even, nothing is being shown. So that's really why I got him on here. That's why I was trying to do this type of podcast, because I feel like this type of thing got to be spoken on more. This is not spoken of enough. I feel like just getting the energy out there is the first step. See, I said in the beginning, this is the tedious thing. This isn't something that, we just talked about it. Now men is cool, man. We don't gotta, but at the same time, before creation comes destruction. So you gotta destroy a bunch of stuff. You gotta throw out the old ways of thinking. We gotta throw out the old ways of what's called weak. We gotta throw out the old ways of what's called cool. We got to throw out the old ways of what we call family, what we call the village, what we call the tribe. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, trying to build community up, because I feel like that's the biggest factor is community in the village. Because if we all interconnected, like we all are, you wouldn't have this much of an issue. But, you know, we in such a dog-eat-dog world, and not only do you feel like he might feel like he cast it out, that boy. So it's like, you think you cast it out from something and it's all dysfunctional, so you ain't even cast it out. We're all rogue. We all isolated. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this part. I'm going to keep this one a little bit shorter. But, shit, you got any last remarks, any last comments you trying to make?
Just to further validate your point, at the end of the day, it is about having an individual mind, because like you said, if the group is dysfunctional, why would you want to fit in with it? It is about having an individual mind, because like you said, if the group is dysfunctional, why would you want to fit in with a bunch of dysfunctional ones? Makes no sense.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, you do, but, and that's hard. Like, see, we don't got all day. I was about to ask you, like, how do you establish your own identity in a world that's fake? This is a fake in a country that's fake. Everything's fake, so it's real hard. It's really a survival of the fittest thing, but I don't know. That's just not mine. I mean, I know everything is survival of the fittest, but like, I'm not the one to just be like, hey, you too weak, go kill yourself. Like, hey, you too weak, go over there and sit in the corner. Hey, you too weak, your family can't eat. That's really why I was trying to bring some attention to this, regardless of if it was men's mental health. Why has it got to be a month? Well, what fuck why can't we meet up every Friday, every Saturday, cook out, hey, just the men, just the boys. We come over here. We talk about this. We preach on the main factors. Like I said, you can't save everybody. That's a fact. But I feel like, just like we was talking about earlier, I feel like it's a basis to it. So that's why I asked. And it's a hard thing to really pinpoint. Like you said, everything's subjective. Your depression might be different than my depression. What led me over here might led you over there. So I think if you just hit on the basis, what's being shown, what's in the household, what's cool, that's where the revolution comes. Then I feel like a lot of stuff falls into place. It ain't gonna happen overnight, but I feel like it just slowly, if I think knowledge is cool, I wouldn't have to damn near act dumb to be accepted by some dumb motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? It's the rabbit hole we going on. But hell yeah, bro. But shit, that's all you had to say. Shit, we about to wrap this up right here. You got anything else? We can leave it at that. Hell yeah. All right, boy. This was the men's mental health podcast, awareness, whatever y'all want to call it. But hey, this is real important. It's real important, especially having your own mind in this type of world. See, we all working. See, I don't know your situation. I ain't have a dad, so we all working off of different situations. My situation might be different than you. I might have overcome something you didn't overcome. You might have overcome something I couldn't overcome. But at the same time, I feel like if you just establish a basis, I don't want to get too, religious, but just establish a basis of your own mind and a God, your God. It's one God, but establish that basis. Good relationships with people. I'm not saying go out there. I'm a person that believes quality over quantity. I can only count a couple of mine on my two hands. I don't got that much, but good relationships. And just being cool, being yourself. That I'm gonna hit on that in a different video. I think we got to do a separate thing of just having your own mind. But I'm gonna wrap it up right there. Good luck on tapping in with the Mar 17 podcast. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. We got more to come. Stay tuned.